To customize the ribbon, there are a couple of things I want to show you. You can auto hide the ribbon, meaning that if you want more room on your screen here, you don't want to see the commands, but just the tabs on the ribbon. Well, come over here to the far right and you get this little arrow pointing up. You can see in the pop-up to collapse the ribbon, go ahead and click on it, or you can use the shortcut keys Control F1. So when I click on it, there you go. Collapses the ribbon, so I just see the name of the tabs up at the top. So when you're doing your work and you want to access a command on the ribbon or commands, come up here and click on it to temporarily expand it, and go ahead and click on one, click on another. When you're done, click off of it and it collapses. Now if you want to go ahead and restore it so you can see the commands and also the tabs up at the top, you can't come over here because there's no arrow to click on. Well, you can look at that and go, hey, let's click on that, but that's the formula bar arrow. Click on it, see, it only expands the formula, so let's go ahead and click on it and collapse it. So to bring it back up, as you recall, you got the shortcut keys in that little pop-up, Control F1 to expand, and you can also Control F1 to collapse it. Another shortcut is that you can just simply come up here and double-click really fast on any one of these tabs. Well, not the File tab. Let me show you. Double-click on the Home to expand it, double-click on the Home to collapse it. If you do it on the File tab, double-click, it quickly goes from the backstage to the front stage case, so we'll just leave it as is and not double click on the File tab, but any other of these tabs will work just fine. Double click and it collapses. Now new to Excel 2013 is the Ribbon Display Options drop down menu that when you click on it, there you go. Right now it's currently showing tabs, so this is another way that you can go ahead and show tabs or go back to the original Show Tabs and Commands and click on it, Show Tabs, and then finally you have the Auto Hide ribbon, which not only hides the commands but also the name of the tabs on the ribbon. Click on it and it's gone. Now if you want to bring it back temporarily so you can access a few commands, then just come back up to the top, hover over somewhere up at the top until you can see the green bar, click on it. Hey, there you go. Go ahead and click on a few commands. When you're done, click off of it and it collapses again. Now you would think, let me bring it back up, click on it, that if I double click really fast it would automatically expand it again. Well, not when you have it set to the auto hide feature. So you can click on it and go to Show Tabs and do your work, come back up here, double click really fast and that will work. Just not on the auto hide feature, okay? Now there's more to customizing the ribbon than just playing peekaboo with it, like hiding it and unhiding it. We can actually add our own custom groups here to any one of these tabs, and typically I would add them over to the far right, but it doesn't matter, you can add them wherever you want, and create a custom group and add your own commands to it. You can actually create your own custom tab and add commands to that tab. To go ahead and customize the ribbon, right-click anywhere on the ribbon to bring up the shortcut menu, and there you go, Customize the Ribbon. Brings up the Excel Options window with the Customize Ribbon tab selected, or click Cancel and click on the File tab and go the long way to Options. Brings up the same window, Excel Options, and then just select Customize Ribbon. You can see over to the far right, it has all the tabs that are displayed on the ribbon being checked here, except for the developer. The developer tab is not displayed by default, but if you want to take a gander at it, go ahead and check it. Click Okie dokie, it adds it to the ribbon. Click on developer, there you go. Hey, cool. We'll actually work with macros later on, and it's a lot easier to work with the developer tab, at least for me it is, and the code when it comes to macros than to not have the developer tab and go to the view tab, to the macros group, and click on the drop down arrow to actually access the commands here to view, record the macro. When I go to the developer tab, it's all right there. So let's go ahead and right click and go back to customize the ribbon. And let's expand the home tab. You can see when you expand any one of these tabs, you have the name of all the groups, and then when you expand the group, a list of all the commands there that are within that group. Now you can see that the commands here within the group here, they're in a lighter shade of gray, meaning that you can't customize it. You can't, well, when you select it, remove it, or if you come over here to add a command to the group, it won't let you do it. I know it says add, go ahead and try it, but it says you can't do it. It needs to be a custom group if you want to go ahead and add commands to this tab. So if I want to add commands to the tab, let's go ahead and select the tab and then come down here and click on New Group, and there it is right there. And I don't like the name of it, that's a generic name. Let's go ahead and click Rename, and it's going to be Spiffy. What you can do is select one of the icons to represent the group. As you recall in the Quick Access Toolbar training video, when you add a command or a group to the Quick Access Toolbar, it's got an icon that represents that group. Well, what icon is it going to be for your custom group here? Ooh, I like the shield. Oh, everybody's happy. Let's do a happy face and click Okie dokie. So it's a Spiffy custom group. Once it's selected, I can come over here and select any commands under popular, or if I want all the commands and have access to all of them, then come down here and select one and click add, and just keep adding all the commands that you want within that group, and that's it. Go ahead and click okie dokie. And remember, we put it on the home tab, so let's go to the home tab. Hey, it's Spiffy. That's my Spiffy group. I got my commands here that I can access. Cool. Let me go ahead and right click anywhere on the ribbon and go back to customizing it. And by the same token, if you don't want it there, not only can you remove what you just added, there you go, you can actually remove other default groups. When you first opened up Excel as part of the Excel program initially, you can actually remove everything here. And then click okie dokie, and oh, that's horrifying. How do I get them back? Because, hey, I need the other groups there, like the fonts group. That's very helpful. So to go ahead and restore it or reset the ribbon, give it a right click anywhere and go back to customize, and then down at the bottom click on reset, and you can reset only the selected ribbon tab or all customizations. Now if you do all customizations, not only does it do it on the entire ribbon and set everything back to the way it was when you first installed Excel on your computer, but it also resets the quick access toolbar, and I added one customization to it, or the command save as. So if I go ahead and do all customizations, it says delete all ribbon and quick access toolbar customizations. Yes, there goes the save as. Click okie dokie. At least my home tab is back to its default, and then the developer tab has disappeared because, hey, that's part of the default when you installed Excel on your computer to not display it. So if you want to display it, then again, right click anywhere, customize the ribbon. Well, how about creating our own custom tab? Let's go ahead and click on new tab, and it's got a new tab. Well, every tab's got to have at least one group, so it comes with a new group. But I don't like the name of the new tab. Let me select it and click rename and call it my favs for my favorites. Click okie dokie. And then for the new group, let's rename it. Again, I'm very spiffy about what I work on, and so we'll select spiffy. Again, let's do the happy face and click okie dokie. And let's do another group within the my faves tab. New group. We'll rename it Spiffy 2, or the Spiffy Strikes Back, and let's do a shield on that one. Again, these icons or symbols represent that group. When you add that group to the quick access toolbar, which I'll show you in just a second, go ahead and click okie dokie, and then select a group, start adding, Spiffy 2, add, and add. In any case, you get the idea. Let's go ahead and click okie dokie, and hey, there it is, my favs. Now, do I want my favorites right there? Because you can right click and customize the ribbon and go ahead and select my favorites and arrow down. So it comes, well, right after the view tab, and click okie dokie. So it's down at the other end here, which is fine. So we've got all my commands in the Spiffy group 2. And then as you recall, in the quick access toolbar training video, when you want to add all the commands of the group onto the quick access toolbar so the group is accessible from there, then you right click in a blank area on the quick access toolbar and you say add it, and the icon that we selected when we created our group is now there and it represents that group. Right click that one and add it. Got the shield happy face, and cool. So let me go ahead and right click and go back to customize the ribbon and show you that if you actually add a new group, and let me go ahead and add a command to it, and you don't rename the group, or you rename it my fave, and you don't select a symbol, and you click OK, then Excel will choose just a generic icon that represents that group when you right click in a blank area to add it there, and it's going to be a green orb. And of course we can go ahead and clean this up and right click to remove these from the quick access toolbar, and right click to customize the ribbon. Well, let me go down to quick access toolbar, because when we reset it, I lost my save as. Double click. It's my favorite command here on the quick access toolbar. And then let's go back to customize the ribbon. Now if you're done with these and you don't want to use them anymore, you got two options. You can either go ahead and select it and remove it, which is basically deleting it, or if you're like, I may want to use this later, then just uncheck it and click okie dokie and it disappears. Then you can right click later on and go back to customize the ribbon and then check it to see it again. So we can select that, or you can expand it and select a group and remove just the group to customize it, but once you remove it, it's gone. And we can select the tab here, remove that as well, it's gone, and click Okie dokie, and we're back to where we started.